Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Brazil COP30, Amazonia, climate summit. The only reason I'm mentioning this, to be honest, this is on Carl Vernon Talks, good channel. He knows the crack, again, the global agenda, and this is very much part of the global agenda. Again, a date to note is 30 there. So we've got Agenda 30, if anyone's heard of that, of the United Nations. We have Brazil COP30 here, the climate summit. By 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. So 2030 is definitely like the end date for the completion, the birth of the New World Order, it would seem. Again, the New World Order, it is also what it says it is. It's not just sort of a catchphrase. It's a new world order, like a way of the order of the world, the way it works, what's happening. You know what I mean? It's not a new term, but it does mean sort of a changing of the guard in many ways, and a changing of society and how society works, etc. And again, you have all this: you will own nothing and be happy, and again, carbon taxes, digital IDs. All this is very much the future and the new world order, complete and total lockdown of pretty much everybody except all these people who've built the new world order, who will still be able to do what they want and run around and jet set all over the world and party and you name it, they'll do whatever they want. And they'll own the media, and you'll never get to find out what they do because the media will never tell you. You'll be totally controlled. Again, if anyone's seen the film Time with Justin Timberlake in, very interesting film, talks about time zones, so to speak. The rich people and the poor people never interact due to you can't get into their zones. In the film, obviously, you use a thing called time. You pay with time, not money. But it shows you a future where the poor and the rich never interact, and the poor are just slaves who live day to day and have no fun, basically, while the rich just do whatever they want and live the high life. And that's how they save the planet. You can't have fun and destroy the planet, but they can have fun and destroy the planet. And that's an even balance. Do you know what I mean? As long as you don't destroy the planet will be all right. So that's massively the way of things. These cunts on the stage, this cunt here, the king or the future king, all the royal family are very much in on it. Charles, the queen was in on it. She just was very. The queen was better at hiding everything, to be honest, from everybody. That's the way of looking at the queen. But she wasn't a particularly a nice person because she was a woman and an old woman. People kind of think of the grandma and nice old women. That's not what the queen was. She was a ruthless old woman. Again, you can't be a king or a queen and not be kind of ruthless. Because look at all the starving people on your streets and the drug addicts and all these people. And someone with compassion and empathy might try and do something about this in their kingdoms, but they don't. They don't give a fuck. So they're all playing along, and these people are probably at the very top of it. Is the beauty of it. The royal family are very much at the top of this plan. They're not halfway down. They're not at the bottom. They're at the top of it. And kind of the proof of it is Prince William stood at the mic talking about it. And the start of the speech, he mentions his dad, who was a very, very strong advocate of this for over 50 years. 50 years, I believe. So, yeah, this is exactly what's happening. It's the New World Order. It's 2030 is the big date where everything's going to eventually have fell into place. That's rocky 4 roads. Sorry, the rocky 4 years of roads. To be honest, very rocky of disasters, catastrophes, crisis. Probably many, many assaults and stabbings as well in there as well. Order out of chaos. So this is the future, and this is why this is the future, because all these rich people are trying to build a future where ultimately they will forever be the rich people and you will forever be the peasants, and nobody will ever be able to topple the control of these people at that point. No, No dissent will be um, no dissent will be allowed. You'll be crushed. So there'll be no there'll be a one world government, as been mentioned, a one world currency. There'll be no wars because there's a one world government apparently, but I wouldn't necessarily believe that because again, these people kind of feel like people need conflict in their life to come together. There needs to be a common enemy. But then it could be a fake alien invasion. At that point, it sounds like madness, but you always need a common enemy, is apparently one of these people's mottos. So, but that's a plan, a fake alien invasion to bring the world together in 1980. Was it 1980 possibly, I think. Maybe Ronald Reagan made a very famous speech as president in the White House and talked about an external threat from aliens for the world to come together as one. I mean, this could probably happen before the New World Order, to be honest, to get the world to unite, possibly after a big war. Who knows? The future is not completely set. It is a little bit, because again, 2030 is the end date of completion for the New World Order, or the implementation of all these things that are kind of being implemented now. The end game, again, 2030, Agenda 30. By 2030, you'll own nothing. Brazil COP30. 30 seems to be the date, 2030. So that's pretty much what's happening. Again, it's all these people, it's all the global elites, the royal families, the billionaires, all the people pretty much named in the fucking Epstein crack as well. It's all part of it. Yeah, this is what happened, and you're all being sold out. You've no democracy no more, none of this, and do as you're told, or probably get put in prison or die at the point when we get that further down the road here, especially if human rights are removed by somebody at some point, which has been talked about. Once your human rights are gone, these people can do whatever they want. So, again, and removing all the other laws and rules of countries, again, if you have a one world government, the British sovereignty and all the laws and the rules of Britain are out the window here. It's the laws and the rules of the one world government, which could be anything at this point, could be anything. So it's a very scary future, to be honest. If you know what's coming, you can walk blindly into it if you want, I suppose, and be less scared. But then, will you make it? Will you make it through the shit show? That's another way of looking at it. So I had to be the doom monger here. That's just what's going on. It really is reality. Again, this is why everything gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, because it's the plan for everything to get worse. Because out of the chaos, they will bring the order, and this is all their plans. Again, all this global bullshit and climate summit all linked in. None of you are allowed to do anything because you're ruining the climate. You've got to have a carbon tax. So it all links together in the end, and it all seems to be 2030 when they want to complete all this. So keep your eyes peeled for 4 years of shit shows, to be honest, and lies. You're gonna get a lot of lies, lot of lies. As Cilla Black would say, it's a lot of lies, lot of rats. Right, I'll go on anyway. So that's the crack. 2030 is the end date. It should be apparent to anybody with all these 2030s getting thrown at you. So keep your eyes peeled for the shit show that is the next 4 years. You won't be able to miss it. You will literally not be able to miss it. I'll leave it there, peace.